Chala, nevieš šoférovať motor.
Tak a kade ideme?
Však tam, nie? Hi guys and welcome back to the channel at VAG Technic UK West Midlands. So we have an engine here. The car is nowhere to be seen. Reason for that is that whoever dropped us the engine, well obviously owner, still have the car somewhere in front of the house, and unfortunately a typical UK market sad story. Somebody bought the car and the engine gave up after 2 or 3 weeks, so unfortunately bad investment. So this is a 1.8 TFSI engine from Audi A4 B8, something about 2009 or 10. So these engines are quite famous for the oil consumption, and we know that the pistons from the factory are not the best. And obviously if it comes to any kind of a build, we will be upgrading them. This engine is actually probably seized up, or something happened internally because I can't even turn it, and the turbo, which have a really huge play on the bearing, is saying that there was a problem with the oil pressure. So whoever was working on the engine before us was already stripped down to a certain point, and somebody just put it back together so it looks like an engine sort of. And in this video we agreed with the owner that we will be stripping it fully down. So he wants to know if this engine is actually savable, or we have to get another engine, or he will scrap the car. Nobody knows. So this is a job which is paid hourly, so I'm expecting it will take us probably 5 hours to strip it fully down from this point to a bare block and take the crankshaft down and everything. So in my opinion, I think if the oil pump failed, which means there was a problem with the lubrication, the engine will be seized up, and it's just a matter of what seized up, what gave up. And from my opinion, I don't think we will use anything from this engine, but you never know. He agreed to strip it down, so we will do it, and I decided to film a video. Why not? You will only see an engine after 15 years, how it looks like internally, so maybe something interesting for the smaller engines what you guys owning out there. So we will start taking the inlet manifold off with the water pump, the whole timing chain setup, cylinder head, turbo, and we'll get to the bottom end. So let's get to it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Kámo na furt, každé ránko. Straight away we get into a problem, as you can probably say, from the surface where it should be nice and shiny. See all these grooves there, so that's telling us there was not enough lubrication or no oil pressure. And if you're going to take the cams off, the seats in the cylinder head are completely damaged, so we can't do anything because obviously it is machined and you can't put bearings there or whatever, so we definitely need a cylinder head. The other one looks even worse, so the inlet one, especially over here, I think this is game over. So we will definitely need to get a cylinder head because this one is going to a scrap, and I think the rest of the engine will follow in a minute. Tento motor díle, aha.
Buddy daddy.
Okay. Skoro są.
Trefate.
Nie. So this is a very special piston, guys. I took it out and there's no oil ring. This is the upgraded one. We get to the end of this short job. Really, it took us like 2 hours to strip it down. Reason why: it was already stripped down by someone. So there's an oil ring missing, there were a few bolts missing, everything was just basically hand tight. So it wasn't that bad actually. Unfortunately, bad news for the owner. I already told them that this engine is not really usable for any kind of a rebuild or reuse any parts. Reason why: I don't know what happened, but you see in the footage when we removed the top of the cylinder head with the camshafts that obviously there was a 3-2-1 and the camshaft will seize up. So I'm saying there was oil starvation, oil pressure, there wasn't any oil or something like that happened. And surprisingly, the bottom end is not damaged with the con rods or the mine end bearings. However, the truss bearings were not there, they were removed. And I don't think the engine actually ran without the truss bearings, but what I'm trying to say is, even though you've seen on the footage, that the crankshaft looks more like a worn brake disc than a crankshaft. There's a huge score marks in the crank where the truss bearing should be, and obviously something get in there and it was completely burnt. So the crank is not good, the block is not good, basically the cylinder head is not good, the turbo is gone, and I don't see anything we can really use from this engine. So unfortunately, it is one of them. We obviously did warn the owner of the engine at this moment that probably will end up like this because low oil pressure means complete death sentence to the engine. So I already spoke with the owner, and obviously the only thing what we can actually do at this particular point is get a really cheap second-hand engine, which in this code is a bit of a problem to find. He did send me a few funny links with people who are doing rebuilds for 1500 quid, which is absolutely not labor-wise, material-wise possible. So if you're seeing all these advertisements on eBay, build an engine for 1500 quid, is not possible. And I'm quite suspecting that this engine was in a similar company because there's a spray silver paint on the top of the engine. There's a new timing chain kit from China, the cheapest one you can get. And there were some other things replaced, but obviously didn't help too much to run the engine. So it let go after a couple of 100 miles, not even that. So the only option what we actually have is get a really cheap second-hand engine, strip it fully down like we stripped this engine, take everything out, take it to the machine shop, get everything checked, get everything measured, get new bottom end bearings. I would probably go for upgraded pistons from Mahle with the bigger width of oil ring, and just get everything done, refurb, and put the engine back in so it's running another happily 80, 90, 100,000 miles. So that's the plan. Of course, it will be quite expensive because second-hand engine is something between 1,000 to 1,500 quid. Plus we have to strip it down again, plus there will be loads of new parts, plus somebody have to drop it down, plus he have to send the recovery for the leftover car, wherever it is, bring it down here. So we did calculate something about £5,000 to actually get the engine, get it done and install it into the vehicle. Which for an A4 B8 is quite expensive and is not really too much worth because the engine is, the car is actually worth probably £3,000-4,000, depends on the condition. But the owner wants to go ahead, so he will get an engine which will come to our unit. We will fully strip it down and we'll go through the same process. So at the moment, all this what you see behind me and everywhere is going in a bin. We have to clear up this ramp because we have an Audi A8 coming for timing chains on, which probably I will be filming. And we'll see you in the next video, more interesting videos. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya.